Madam Deputy Speaker, the Prime Minister knows that he can rely on the support of the SNP with regard to efforts to restore Ukrainian sovereignty in the face of Russian aggression, despite the baseless rhetoric from the benches behind him. And I'd like him to acknowledge that. And I welcome that he's raised defence expenditure to 2.5%, albeit by 2027, which will be 3 years after the election, despite it being in the Labour Party's manifesto. But it cannot be right to balance those books with a government budget of 1.1 trillion of the poorest in the global society. So when he goes to Washington on Thursday and he gets his pat on the back from the United States President, will he spare a thought for the predominantly women and children who will suffer immeasurably, and some of whom will die as a result of his decision today?
Well, can I thank him for his support on Ukraine, support that I know the First Minister has set out in clear terms in recent days, and I do think that's important and I acknowledge it. We've had to make difficult decisions, but as he knows, as the House knows, wherever there's war and conflict, it is the poor and the poorest who are hit hardest. There is no easy way through this, but we have to ensure that we win peace through strength, because anything other than peace will hit the very people he's identified harder than anybody else on the planet. And that is why it's so important that we've taken the decision that we have today.